Welcome to today's presentation on one of the most common and critical interview questions. How do you handle stress and pressure? Whether you're preparing for a job interview or just looking to improve how you present yourself professionally, mastering this question is key. I'll walk you through proven strategies and examples that will help you give confident, thoughtful answers, ones that stand out to interviewers. Let's begin by exploring the structured approach you can use to craft an impressive response. To answer questions about stress and pressure effectively, it's helpful to use the STAR method. STAR stands for situation, task, action, and result. This framework helps you tell a clear, compelling story about how you approached a challenging moment. Start by setting the stage. Describe the situation. This means giving enough background so the listener understands the context in which you were under pressure. Next, clarify the task. What exactly were you responsible for in that stressful environment, and what was at stake? Once you've outlined the challenge, walk through the actions you took. Detail the steps and strategies you followed, highlighting any specific tools or skills you used to manage the situation successfully. Now, let's move on to the next part of the STAR method, covering results and reflection. Once you've laid out the actions you took, it's time to share what happened as a result. Explain the outcome. Did you achieve your goal? Did you help your team overcome the challenge? If possible, quantify the impact. For example, mention improvements in accuracy, speed, or teamwork. Finally, include a reflection. Discuss what you learned from the experience and how it has influenced the way you approach stressful situations today. Sharing your insights demonstrates self-awareness and a willingness to grow, qualities that are highly valued in any professional setting. Let's see how this plays out in practice, starting with an accounting example. Here's how the STAR method can be applied in an accounting scenario. Imagine being part of an accounting team facing intense pressure to finalize year-end financial statements accurately and on deadline. In this situation, your task might be to ensure every entry is correct and deadlines are met. To tackle this, perhaps you create a detailed checklist, assign mini-deadlines, and use project management tools to track progress. You keep communication open with your team, quickly addressing any issues. As a result, the year-end closing goes smoothly, on time, and error-free. The experience reinforces how organization, planning, and teamwork are essential when managing stress. The financial statements are well received, and you avoid any last-minute errors. Up next, let's look at an example from the world of finance. Now, let's consider a time when a finance team was hit by a market downturn and had to quickly revise forecasts. In this case, your responsibility could be analyzing financial data, updating forecasts, and presenting to management under tight deadlines. You prioritize tasks, leverage financial modeling tools, and ensure open communication. Plus, you use mindfulness techniques to maintain focus and manage stress. Thanks to your structured approach and self-care, the team delivers precise forecasts that guide critical company decisions through a tough period. This experience highlights the value of staying organized and calm, even in the face of uncertainty. Let's shift to a supply chain scenario for our next example. In supply chain management, disruptions are a major source of pressure. Suppose you're a coordinator and a key supplier suddenly goes out of business, threatening your delivery schedule. Your immediate task becomes finding alternative suppliers to keep production on track. You respond by rapidly assessing the situation, evaluating new suppliers, and negotiating favorable terms. Throughout, you communicate closely with your internal teams, keeping everyone updated and focused. As a result, you secure new supplier agreements within a week, preventing delays and upholding customer commitments. This situation underscores the importance of staying solution-focused and calm when rapid change is unavoidable. Now, let's wrap up with some key takeaways. As we've seen, following the STAR structure and tailoring your answers to the specific job role will ensure that you communicate your ability to handle stress and pressure clearly and persuasively. Remember, the power of your response lies in the story you tell, the lessons you share, and the confidence with which you deliver your answer. Thank you for joining me in this walkthrough. Now, you're ready to approach this interview question with professionalism and poise. Good luck with your preparations.